So I watched the Fallout TV show, the first episode, and was one of the best representations in gaming adaptations that I have seen ever. But that does not mean that it's completely immune to criticism, because there's a lot of small things, and then there's two really big things that I just couldn't digest. Okay? And I know if I it's very selfish of me to say that, oh, I can't digest it, well, it must be the worst ever. Well, I'm just going to give you my opinion, okay? And if you get angry or whatever, leave them in the comments. You're not going to get your comments deleted if you disagree with me, okay? Everybody has opinions. So if you like Fallout and the world building of the franchise, this is the show for you. If you have never been interested in Fallout, this show is not going to make you enjoy the game. The reason why I say that is because the fan service is very good, and they did an incredible job on integrating all of the things that they've built through the games and other forms of media into the TV show. It looks great. The set pieces, everything, perfect. Now, that doesn't mean they're 100% on some of the aesthetics, like they had to make some redesigns to the T60 power armor where the face shield goes, it pivots up and down, and that's for, recording purposes and being able to see the actor's face. I understand that. And another nerd emoji to take that I had was the fact that when Lucy leaves the vault, she doesn't have any ocular protection equipment. And the weird thing is the goggles have only been seen in Fallout 1 and 2, the ones that were made by Interplay. And Bethesda seems to be allergic to that concept that it's going to be bright as soon as you leave the vault. That's just one nitpick, but still, it's pretty big. And the other criticism is the fact that the assault rifle, even in the power armor wielder's hands, is almost as tall as the suit of power armor. It's really not that big in the game. But, even the games had redesign changes, like the super mutants changed from Fallout 3 to Fallout 4. Then there's, the 10mm pistol, power armor chassis. Those got integrated into Fallout 4. They weren't originally in Fallout 3 in New Vegas. It's just, and even the Nuka-Cola bottles, like the most iconic thing, got changed. And I can understand that through people, getting their hands on different creative endeavors and seeing something and saying, wow, this is perfect. Because shaping the Nuka-Cola bottle like a nuke is perfect. All the aesthetics aside, the show is perfect. Looking at it, great. Cinematography, perfect. All of it, great. The really big immersion-breaking and world-breaking issue that I personally had with it, okay? And I know this is probably going to ruffle some feathers, because this community seems to have a few of these Brotherhood of Steel members in their ranks. So, I'm an Enclave guy, okay? So, you can't dog on me for being the bad guy, because that's my part to play. Aside from obvious appearances, I don't have to say anything. The picture speaks for itself. But what attributes do you think that this member would bring to the Brotherhood of Steel? Okay, I just want to know. What kind of insights do you think that they could do that would help them steal things from the Enclave better? I would just like to know. Please drop it in the comments. Now, on to the second thing, okay? Now, if you couldn't understand what I'm talking about here, there's a huge elephant in the room when you're watching the show. Now, I'm going to start with one of them, okay? It's really hard not to laugh thinking about this, but if you saw this guy in your vault, you're in a vault, right? People have to have food, okay? That's all I'm going to say. People have to have food. And you are hungry occasionally, okay? And this is no shade against the actor, okay? We live in a world where capitalism, we can eat whatever, okay? But when the food rations are divvied out based on, age, BMI, height, gender, by a physician that's in the vault, this guy looks a little sus. You'd think he was probably in charge of, the food or something. I don't know. You might be questioning where your yum yum deviled eggs are going, okay? That I'm not saying anything too crazy. It's just It's just weird. It's far better than most other gaming adaptations that we've seen in the past, so I would definitely give it a watch, at least the first episode. It's definitely mature, so, don't have any kids in the room. When you're watching it, just look past the obviously shoehorn characters that are supposed to fit a demographic or whatever background thing they've got going on. But, I mean, the overall show itself is perfect as far as the visuals go. Todd, you've done it again. I'm going to be reviewing the rest of these. Stay tuned.
Enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think.